would like to welcome everybody to our stream today. We hope that you'll enjoy basketball watching this game, the Waratah Men semi-final against, we've got St. George Saints Red and Hornsby Ku-ring-gai Spiders. Sure to be a great matchup here. We've got two teams that have a very similar skill set and very similar stats. So we're definitely going to be in for a treat today when we watch this game, that's for sure. Definitely set a good staple for what's to come very shortly. So just now the players are warming up for the game, and we've had the announcements of the players and the coaches. We'd like to thank our volunteers who have done a great job today having this event run today. It's been very smooth and very good. And we've seen some great talent out on the courts today. We'd also like to thank our officials for being able to bring our beautiful game to life. So we'll get started here in a few minutes and we'll kick off this game. Before this game begins, we just like to acknowledge our traditional custodians of this land and country throughout New South Wales and their connections to the land, sea and community in which we gather, meet and play. We pay respect to their elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. We'd also like to acknowledge the sponsors of this wonderful competition. Basketball New South Wales would like to thank their official partners, New South Wales Office of Sport, Spalding, Athletic, Soul Sports, PCYC, Cedar College New South Wales, the New South Wales Government and Allied Careers. And great helping us be able to run our league. Their sponsorship means a lot to us. We're about to get started. It's the Saints and the Spiders. Go. Spiders got the tip there. A little bit loose. Get some movement around the back end of the court here. Oh. Just a bit sloppy on that pass there, letting that one go a little bit. Playing press. Good transition, get the ball up the court in a press situation. Open up three, not quite getting that one. Going a little bit too long. The ball down low. Oh, unlucky on that one. Didn't quite get the roll. St. George now bringing the ball up the court. Oh, it's been tipped out by the Saints. That'll be Spiders' ball bringing that one up. Garrett bringing the ball up for the Spiders. Flicks it over to Takachi. Oh, a definite push off there. A little bit not needed.
Good by yourself for a bit.
Just pretend I'm talking to myself.
Chat away. One-sided combo.
St. George with the ball now. Let's see what they can do with it. Got to be patient with themselves here. Don't rush it. Good ball movement, getting it out of that tight spot. Oh, missed a three-pointer there. Spiders with the ball. Daniel Garrett bringing it up. Taking it to the rim. His little fadeaway. Not quite balanced enough for that shot there, but it was still a good try. Still early game. Saints with the ball now over the half. Nice little pocket play there. Oh, and we scored. There we go. First score of the game. 2-0. Saints are up by 2. Bit of a wayward pass there, and it's back in the Saints' hands. And Sakchi now with the ball, coming back down. Let's see what he can do. Called for another charge. Just needs to maybe slow down and make some different choices here. 2 early fouls gets him off the court. And Brett Gooderham comes in for Sakchi. Saints in their half, bringing it up. And just get over the line here. Called for a travel there, the Saints. It's taking an extra set with a little bit of contact, but contact was definitely untoward. Spiders now bring the ball up. Daniel Garrett with it now. Josh Hart. Jared Hart with the miss there. The Saints have the ball. Saints are bringing it back. Draws a foul there. Great job hitting the transition spot there, Jason Freshwater. See how we go here. Hopefully everyone can hear me a little bit better now. Just moving the microphone closer to my mouth, and you might be able to hear my slightly soft voice a bit better. And Josh misses the first shot there, just a little bit to the right. See if he can get his balance right and just sink this next one. Yes, gets that one, makes a good adjustment there. Well done, Jason. Still the score, 3-0. Saints are up. Spiders with the ball in their end, looking for some good movement. Oh. Kick ball there from the Saints, just keeping that out of the keyway there. So it'll be side ball for the Spiders. you go, getting it in. There we go. Top of the 3-point line. Oh, and he scored. What a brilliant three. They needed that basket. Definitely needed that basket. Brett Gotterman with the goods there, getting that one through. Now it's 3-all. Reese Craigie there just takes a step before putting the ball on the floor, so gets called for a travel there. It's unsure that he took that step, but he definitely did. Spiders with the side ball and bringing it over, and here comes Daniel Garrett up the court. Swinging the ball through the 3-point line into the middle of the keyway. Back out to the 3. 7 seconds to do something. There we go. Daniel Goodwin again. Two players hitting each other from the same team. Yeah. A little bit unfortunate. Is what it is. But Brett's not put that way. Brett Goodman with the goods again. Getting another 3-point shot. Taking advantage of the low defense on the top there from the incident in the lower part of the court. Just officials just cleaning some watery sweat off the floor, just making it safe for our players to be on the court. Vitally important job that they have to make sure that that is safe for them. And we appreciate them taking the time to make sure of that. Still got a pretty tight one here. It's still early stages, about halfway through the first quarter, and it's only 3-6, but these two teams are very evenly matched when we look at their stats. The Saints up with the ball now. Oh, good little behind the back dish on the baseline there. Great feed there to Akaway with the 2. Ku-ring-gai with the ball. A little bit sloppy there, not looking before taking that pass. Be careful, yeah. Just a little bit overzealous, trying to make up for that turnover, getting a foul there. And get some subs in, and Ku-ring-gai going to make a change. Bring on Jeremiah Amoa, taking off Thomas James. Saints are getting ready to bring the ball back up again. Playing a little bit of press there from the Spiders. Just trying to space out by looks of it on the top of the 3 there. Some inside ball. Unlucky on that shot, just overshot a little bit. Now Ku-ring-gai got the lead, the upper hand there. Watching Daniel Garrett order his troops around the court as a point guard, doing a great job. Unlucky with that one, just rolled out of the rim. Reese Craigie. Saints with a change, taking off Michael Papandaris. And on Benjamin White. Saints playing a bit of a press here, putting some pressure on the Spiders, bringing the ball up the court. And they get it there, not quite over. There we go. Surrounded around the 3-point line, inside ball for Jeremiah Amoa. Gets called for a foul, just reaching in there. Benjamin White just getting his hands in the wrong position, getting an arms foul. So going up for 2, Jeremiah Amoa, a very good draw on that one. We have a timeout on the court. So players will go to their coaches and just have a little bit of a reset here. There's a little bit of get their players back in a good mindset of coming back here, but it's still a very close score now. It's 5-6. 5-6 and the Spiders are up by 1. quick shout out to all of our mums and dads out there. If you're looking to get your kids into basketball, the great way that you can do that is by connecting them with Aussie Hoops. You can either contact Basketball New South Wales or your local association and find out when they would be running Aussie Hoops there. Aussie Hoops provide a great introduction to basketball for our young people, and is readily available for them to join. And they look at mostly kids between the ages of 5 and 10. So if you'd like to find out more, you can again contact Basketball New South Wales or your local association. If you'd like to know more about the program, you can go to aussiehoops.basketball.com. I'll also help link you with local one. Players getting ready to come back on the court now, and we'll get these talented young men working again. Jeremiah Moore at the line. Misses his first, just comes back off the back of the rim there. Oh, just fades out of the second one there. It'll be the Saints ball. I'll turn it on when you're ready, so you're not like just throwing yourself in. The Saints bringing the ball up. It's going to be Saints are keeping that one. A little bit lucky with that pass. It was a bit rough down the bottom there. Get the ball in. Reece Craigie at the top. Brett Goodman bringing the ball up for the Spiders. This is Hart looking for an opportunity. Hit out by Akaway. Great bit of defense there. Some subs in for Spiders. Thomas James rejoins the game, and Hayden forward. Saints with the ball, Reece Craigie, one of our All-Star 5 this year. And congratulations to him for his efforts this season. Oh, great block, well done. Just overshot that three there. Oh, good putback. Thomas James getting the two.
Right, afternoon everyone. Rachel Herrick just coming in from another game here. So sorry I'm late. But what a good time to join this game. Is close game as we start in the first quarter, 5-8 here, and very physical game so far, which is excellent. What we like to see here.
We're blessed to have you here with us.
Thank you.
We're grateful for you to be here, 100%.
Absolutely. Good energy amongst both teams here this afternoon, and rightly so, with so much on the line here this afternoon to make tomorrow's grand final in the do or die.
Yeah, strong call there, bit of contact down there, everyone trying to get the ball, and unfortunately when there's 5 hands in one spot, there's normally one person that gets a high five.
That's right. As James there collected the ball and assessed the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. Unlucky on the first there, and connects there on the second.
Saints with the ball now. Let's see if they can adjust to this. Oh, what a saviour that was.
Freshwater there with the three, and quite a timely three, what they needed to keep them in touch there. As
Oh, definitely, they keep the pressure on here. This is a good opportunity for them to take the lead here.
yeah, absolutely. The tries like again, and with the hot hand, why not? Spiders will just slow things down a bit and work the ball through sets of hands. Oh, nice hard move there, and the ball will go back to the Spiders as there's a foul assessed here to Saints number 20. Johnny Jovine. That foul there wasn't on the shot, so it'll be a baseline ball here for the Spiders.
She's coming through a bit too zealously, I think, on that one.
Yeah.
Had good intentions, but I think the mind was thinking a bit faster than the body.
Yeah, absolutely. There'll be a second foul there for Thomas James, and he'll make his way towards the bench. And finals often bring that out. You know, there's a lot of energy and enthusiasm. So he'll take a seat for a little bit and see him re-enter the game shortly, I'm sure.
Just missed that three there.
Unlucky, did all the hard work to get there, and unlucky for the shot just not to drop. Yeah, nice basket there.
And that's why he's one of our all-star five. Reece Craigie with a great shot there. Oh, got Johnny Jovine on the floor here. I think he's just tripped back on his feet a little. Maybe he's been given some help, maybe.
Yeah, I think as the foul assessed there, I didn't quite catch who it was. It might have been
Hamish Robb by the looks of it.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're just running and you just get in the way, but a foul assessed all the same there, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think it was a good call, just slow down the game just a little bit, just to get everyone a bit of time to get their thoughts in mind and
absolutely.
Get back into it. Oh, nice shot, straight off the bench. Well done, Daniel Behrens, making his presence known straight away.
Nice little two-pointer off the block there. Certainly a lot of energy in the rear, isn't there? Why not?
Oh, definitely. I mean, at least you can stand there as a coach and know that your players are definitely communicating with each other, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Daniel Garrett controlling the ball here. Puts up a three. Oh, not quite. Just rolls on the rim. Saints bringing the ball up now. Practicing his foul shots for later, I think.
Nice, but nice and open. And do you know what? You've got to take those shots if you end up with the ball in your hands there at that spot. So,
oh, definitely. I think the one of the goals is to have 80% big man shooters from that line. So
absolutely.
If he can do it, why not?
Yeah.
Caught a foul there just before the shot.
Yeah.
And just Rob there with another foul. Just need to maybe slow down and be a bit careful of his fouls here.
Yeah, 2 fouls in the first quarter. You want to keep those fouls down so you can be available later down the stretch in the game and not let fouls determine your fate or your participation further down the line in the game.
Definitely, especially when you look at this Saints lineup, they're quite big compared to Spiders, so he's definitely going to be a key player in that middle section of the court there. And again with his foul shots, just to update on the score, is 16-9 to the Saints.
The Saints on the back of a bit of a scoring run there when the score was 9-5, so they've scored 11 unanswered points there, and that will take us through to quarter time here in the semi-final here between the Hornsby Spiders and the St George Saints. Fast moving game so far, and very physical, as we've said. A couple of players in foul trouble. They'll need to make sure that they watch their contact there, but it's certainly been a good fast-paced new start to the game.
Yeah, definitely. With your experience, Rachel, what do you think coaches will be telling their players at this point?
Oh, I think both teams have really got a lot of energy, which is really good, and it's really good in finals basketball. So I think one good thing is to also curve that energy too and use it in good ways. Often that can come out to be a bit overzealous, which is a good thing too. So I think both teams they're working the ball through sets of hands, which is awesome. They're getting some really good looks. And, shots aren't dropping at the moment. Finals basketball is a completely different, arena. So it's, keep taking the shots, getting some stops and limiting offensive rebounds. And, one touch and done, and you want to be able to secure the ball and not give teams, second and third opportunities for sure.
Definitely. Well, I hope the coaches are definitely telling them that.
It's certainly exciting, and we're into the late afternoon of the first day of the finals weekend, which is really good, and the do or die aspect of every game. The whole season's on the line today, and if you lose, you go home. You win, you play for a championship tomorrow. So there's just something really exciting about that really brings things out in individuals and teams, and whichever team can kind of stick to their game plan the most and execute down the line is certainly going to go a long way to winning.
Definitely. Everyone wants that banner at the end of the day, don't they?
Oh, we do. No, we didn't catch up in the start of the game. Do you have it to how do you see this one unfolding?
Oh, what you don't know is I'm a stats man. So I did a very deep analysis last night.
Wonderful.
Was asked, and to be honest, these two teams are very even on the scoreline. So, it all depends on. I think the difference between these two teams is really just the defense. So, it'll be whether those players who generally foul a lot can maybe keep their fouls down quite low in the beginning, and we've seen that already. So,
and that's it. I think there's sometimes that especially in finals, you can get a bit excited and foul, and you don't want. You only get 5 fouls. You don't want that to determine how far you go in the game, really. So,
yeah, definitely.
I agree with that.
It'll be a key for this one for sure.
Well, that's an excellent look there from Freshwater.
It's going to be one to watch. He's made a couple of those so far today, and it's put out to 10 points now. So 19-9. Hornsby definitely need to try and rein them in here.
Yeah, for sure. That's it. Anything can happen in these big games, but equally, you don't want to. Hornsby want to make sure that they can get some stops here to make sure that the lead doesn't go too far out, and that they can keep it within reach for sure.
Oh, a bit of a risky pass. That's all right. Garrett's good at collecting those ones. That touch you for the three. Oh, just a little bit over the top. That's all right. Still a good shot.
No, it was good look. You've got to take those shots for sure. Oh. That happened right in front of us, and I do agree with that one.
Yeah, can't really
argue with that one.
No, not at all. But that's I think the third charge he's been called for today, so he's got to be really careful with those. I mean,
his third foul, and he will go to the bench with that one there.
Yeah, I think from memory, he was one of their good 3-point scorers. So definitely some firepower from him. Hopefully, he can sort of gather his mind a little bit and bring that that awesome power back onto the court a little bit later on.
And sometimes that can just be a frustration thing. You know, things might not be going your way, and just a bit of a overload there, and you make those decisions. But you know, the game, there's still lots of clock left in this game, and I'm sure that he'll come back and make a contribution later down the line.
Yeah, I'm sure that. I mean, thinking about what the coach is probably thinking, maybe setting an on-ball screen for him or something like that to get a better shot.
Yeah. Oh, nice find down low there for Barons. The Saints are doing a really good job at the moment of just sharing the ball and getting the ball through sets of hands and making the Spiders have to defend everybody.
Yeah, that's true. And making sure that everyone contributes in every way possible as well, which makes it hard for defence, that's for sure.
So it's quite a bit of a zone here.
Oh, nice. Makes up for those early fouls there with that shot.
Yeah.
Very good.
And you know, it doesn't need to be in threes, and just 2 points here and maybe getting a couple of stops is going to keep them in touch there, and that's all they need to do at this point in time.
So we see Craigie go off to the bench and Benjamin White come onto the court. So I like that with sets. Suklat has come onto the court, not Benjamin White. Back away with the ball.
Nice look there, but good rebound. The Spiders. That happening right in front of the Saints bench there, and they're a vocal bunch, and they'll certainly let you know which way the ball goes there.
Sort of the only place where you don't want that to happen, isn't it?
No,
you want to be on the opposite side.
I love it. They're an enthusiastic bunch, and it's certainly going to, I think it shows that they're all, switched on and they're here ready to play, and, they want to get the win today so they can progress to tomorrow's grand final, and the opponent of that will soon be known as the other semi-final, tipping off shortly on Court 3 here in Hills Basketball Stadium.
Beautiful stadium we have here to play in. Actually, it's quite a great, has a good way of creating an atmosphere here for these players. It's a privilege to be on such great courts like this.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's a good fun weekend, and it's great to see so many supporters out after not being able to, COVID derailing it for a few years, and so it's great that everyone's out and about, and just a great time of year to be around basketball.
Definitely, and we're so privileged this year to have the FIBA World Cup here in Sydney.
Yeah, we're under 30 days to go, so if you haven't got your tickets yet, there's still plenty of tickets, and it's a great time to be involved in basketball. So the FIBA Women's World Cup will run from the 22nd of September to the 1st of October, and the world's top 12 women's national teams will be battling it out for the World Championship across 10 days. So it's a very exciting time.
It is indeed, and to celebrate our elite women in basketball as well is such a great honour to have that here in our backyard.
100%. Back to this game though, and Spiders apply some pressure up the floor, and I'm sure they'll be looking to get a stop here or a couple of stops to...
Yeah, just turn the tide just a little bit, put some pressure on that ball. Good rebounding.
Ten seconds left in the shot clock, so they'll need to get busy here, and they do. 3-point shot unsuccessful, and good rebounding there from the Spiders, and James just keeping them in touch with getting their boards, and looks like he'll head to the free throw line once again.
Well deserved to, and Daniel Garrett getting his first break of the game. He's definitely put up some very tough competition for the Saints in the role that he's played so far. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes the first. Makes it 2 from 2. Scoreboard still reads 21 points to 13 with just under 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Nice move there.
Tarama there with the marching that one in. It's going to go to the line for 2 shots, 2 free throws to come.
We thought we might have seen Ray Touchy sit down a little longer, but he's back in the game with these 3 fouls. So as you said, if he's got some 3-point fire to bring to this team, hopefully he can bring it to the team.
Now's the time. It's a pivotal moment in the quarter. They definitely need his firepower on the court.
Yeah, absolutely. As St George applies some pressure up the floor. Not too bothered by
Hamish Robb again. Long range shot makes that one stick.
well needed by the Spiders just to keep in touch here. No basket.
Charge call.
An offensive call there.
So Akaway just a little bit excited under the rim there, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Playing a press here, the Saints.
The Saints here. Oh, nice move.
Didn't give up on that one at all. Didn't matter what was in front of him. He was going up whether he liked it or not.
No, that's a really tough move there. As the Saints here they're in full court press back to his own, and I really like the way that the bigs here, they're playing, post to post and really finding each other, and as you said, didn't give up on the play, and it's a really tough finish, and it's at the line for the and one. Finishes that play, so it's a 2-point game, 3-point game here with 6 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Nice answer. Akaway making up for that previous one, gets the 2 there down low, working hard.
Spiders just working through the ball through sets of hands, and unlucky turnover there as the shot clock was winding down. But
playing through their play there quite well.
Yeah.
Then bit more composed in that play that time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the Spiders are doing a really good job of, even though the Saints are in a 2-3 zone or changing up their defense quite a bit, is they're really settled here. They're getting the ball through hands, and not just settling for a first shot. They're working really hard to find an open shot and the right shot to take.
Which is really hard to do in basketball, because it's, especially when you've got players of this caliber, you can have lots of players with egos, or you can have lots of players who are willing to work together. Absolutely,
and it's finding that balance, right? It's people that are willing to, make their sacrifice for the greater good of the team, and certainly the Spiders are doing that at the moment. Unlucky to not connect down that free throw, and the Spiders with some further pressure up the floor, and successful but then unsuccessful.
It was worth a try, that one. Definitely worth a try.
Just didn't have his teammates there to back him up to pass the ball there on the intercept. Saints just seem to be a little bit stagnant there and running out, not quite out of options, but weren't quite too sure as there weren't as many cuts as there were previously. So foul assess there as the Spiders will get the ball back.
Coach for the Saints makes a change, bringing off Freshwater and bringing back Shook, but I'm sure that he'll look at making some changes to get that movement back into the team there that they had earlier.
Oh, definitely.
Score update, it's 24-19, Saints up by 5.
Nice aggressive move there, unlucky not to be rewarded with the 2 points. Oh, bodies flying everywhere here. That foul will be assessed to number 15 for the Spiders. Ben Judsky will be Saints ball, and what I really like is the intent here is that players are going really hard to the rack and some really athletic moves, and at times, you know, the shot's not dropping, but there's some really good looks all the same.
Which is what we want to see, right? This is what we want to see.
Absolutely.
I'm sure that we've got a really good crowd here actually watching this game, and I'm sure they're more than just entertained, but learning too about how they can maybe adjust their own personal game or apply it to something that they do in basketball.
Hamish Robb there is a strong move there, and the Saints are going, hang on, was that a bit of a push? But the officials didn't see it that way, and the St George Saints here are calling a timeout with 3 minutes 50 left to play in the second quarter. It's a 3-point ball game, 24 points to 21.
Yes, in this moment, this is where you'd be reminding your players that every moment counts, really. Yeah. I mean, they were up. Saints were up by quite a good margin at one point there, and they just need to remember, listen, we've still got a long way to go, but let's use every second to our advantage.
Absolutely. I know we were only just saying just a few short minutes ago that Hornsby wouldn't want to be letting the league blow out too much here, and that's the wonderful thing about basketball is the ebbs and flows and the roller coaster of it all. The game can really change in a matter of seconds and minutes even. So I'm sure both teams will be having a little bit of a look at what they're running and what they'll want to achieve for the remainder of the last 3 minutes of this quarter for sure.
We've got our officials bringing our players back into the game after their timeouts there, and those very important conversations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should have dropped a mic in one of them today.
I know, we need a little roving mic as they do in the National Leagues, just to have an ear into what the coaches are saying. A nice hard move there, and Reece Craig gets the 2 points. Saints here will stick in their 2-3 zone, and a nice pass down low.
Garrett demanding the ball there, organising his troops.
Ooh,
Jeremiah Almoa putting his body on the line there, making sure that ball's secured.
Yeah, and the foul was assessed there. I think it might have been to Nicholas Smith there for the Saints. So the Saints are now over the limit of team fouls for the quarter. So the Spiders are now to find their way to the free throw line for 2 shots.
This is where you hope all those hours of practicing free throws comes in handy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Comes to fruition for Jeremiah Moa. He's looking good on the court today.
Unlucky. That doesn't connect on the first one.
Should have touched wood before I said that.
Absolutely. The commentator's curse, I think they call it.
Oh dear, I've done it. We didn't want the ball today.
No. Oh no, it's gone under the stage here. A brief halt proceedings, and we found the game ball again.
Craigie to bring up the ball for the Saints.
Barron's there with a nice back down move. Been really impressed by what he's brought to the game so far. He's just remained composed and really just kept the Saints in touch with some good post moves down low.
Yeah, he's definitely giving a few people a bit of a masterclass on a big man down there scoring.
Definitely.
Little turnover inside the key there. The Saints can bring it down.
Bit of aerial ball there.
Yeah. Everyone's practicing their volleyball skills on that one. Oh, good draw there. Goes in and makes it look like a pass and decides he's got enough play for the contact and tries to make it a shot. And Daniel Garrett going to the line. Let's see our Saints coach giving him some instruction to his players, trying to get their heads back in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good adjustment to get the second there.
Yeah. Point there for Daniel Garrett. 6-point ball game with just 2 minutes left to play in the second. Oh, nice. Unlucky there for Freshwater. Nice little bunny there, but not to be. Oh, 3-point look there for the Spiders. Not to be this time, and it will be a Hornsby Spiders ball.
Papandera's just not quite looking after the ball on that one.
No, that's right. Oh, lucky, nice board there. And a block from Behrens. There's a bit of a block and a foul with a block.
Bit of an unintentional finger there, just a little bit too close to his face.
That's right.
Again, that's just one of those basketball incidents that we all enjoy when it happens to us.
Absolutely.
Not so much.
No, it just it happens from time to time, and it's a very physical game today.
Just a foot on the line on the baseline down there. And it's just back in the Saints' hands.
Yeah, 15 seconds left in the shot clock. Oh, nice move.
Oh.
Good
Craigie.
take there from Craigie as banged a few bodies there and still made the 2 points count.
Yeah, battled his way into that one for sure.
Absolutely.
It was hitting a big green wall before going up.
Yeah, all the athletes today are really just putting their bodies on the line, but it's a really physical contest, that's ahead of us today. We'll give our sponsors a bit of a shout out. So Basketball New South Wales would like to thank their official partners, the New South Wales Office of Sport, Spalding, iAthletic, Soul Sports, PCYC, Cedar College, New South Wales, the New South Wales Government and Allied Couriers. Of course, without all our partners and sponsors, we like to give them a bit of a shout out and thanks, because a lot of these events and things like that aren't possible without them. So we'd like to thank everybody.
Oh, definitely, definitely. They play an important role in continuing to grow the sport and
Absolutely.
give it greater events.
Yeah.
For sure. We've seen some great things with the new initiative of NBL 1 and having that here in our beautiful state.
Amazing, yeah. And even like in the same building that we've got, we're able to have so many, great levels of competition in the one building, and between NBL1 and the Waratah Men and women, and then youth, and then we've even had wheelchair league today, and this is the first year that we had a Waratah wheelchair league, which is awesome. So it's it's excellent that the depth of basketball certainly is growing in New South Wales, and there's so many different entry points and levels at which people can play at, which is really cool.
It is definitely.
Just just a minute 20 to play here in the second, and an 8-point game. Oh, unlucky turnover there from the Spiders.
Misjudged just a little bit there.
Oh, nice one. Yeah. Unlucky turnover, but that was some great hustle there from Daniel Garrett, just to what would have been a really easy 2 points there for the Saints, but showed some hustle and ran the length of the floor to get a clean block.
Yeah, that's right. And you don't often see that from your guards down there like that. So it's great to see that. I think that's a good lesson for a lot of our young guards out there looking for how they can maybe make an impact on transition defence.
100%. Bit of an unlucky turnover there from the Saints up there out of bounds. Ball just went sailing out, so it'll be a Spiders ball. No, you're right, and I think, we've seen across many games today, but, that hustle and intensity, if you can build that into your game, and certainly, wins the ball back for your team for sure.
Definitely seeing a lot of that on this court today.
100%. Oh, good boards there from the Spiders.
Good choice just to back out of that one as a good green wall there. Let your players come back and get ready.
Just shoot that shot there. Spiders come away with the ball. And there's an offensive foul called there for Hamish Robb. Perhaps just gave a little bit of a nudge to get the defensive player out of the way.
It's hard when you've got someone who's very good at being set on their feet to try and get them to move. So
yeah, absolutely.
A bit of a difficult decision there. So 7 seconds.
Oh, nice play.
Very good. Albert Sookbag with his first points of the game, getting that one in. We're at half time now.
Takes it right into half time. They only had limited seconds running down the clock, so that was an excellent finish to the quarter there for the Saints. And that brings us to half time here at Hills Basketball Stadium. Both teams will go off and have their respective chats and come back and face the second half.
Yeah, so we'll leave you here for a few minutes, and we'll be back to review the half and then get started into our second half. So we'll see you very soon.
Very soon. Yeah.
Alrighty, welcome back everybody. A few seconds left before we get back onto the court here today. Big shout out to our to Cedar. They look after a lot of young people wanting to stay in the game of basketball or be included in some way, shape or form educationally. And Basketball New South Wales is very excited to announce the continuation of the Sydney Kings HSC program with them for the 2022-23 with Cedar College, which is for Year 11 and 12 students. If you'd like to know more about the programs they run, go to cedarcollege.nsw.edu.au and learn more about it there.
Yeah, absolutely. Second half, here we go. An exciting time. Both teams probably had a good chat and a good time just to settle in over the halftime break and just reset, refocus, and get ready for the all-important second half.
Freshwater tends to move away from the basket a little bit when he goes for those layups.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice move there from Hamish Robb, and going back to that last play was probably a little unlucky to not get the call, but sometimes players play for the call instead of playing to kind of finish the basket. So
that's very true. I remember trying to coach that out of a few people when I was coaching junior league at Penrith. So
yeah, it's hard because you get taught to kind of absorb the contact, but if you don't get the call, then you might be in a bit of trouble. Then it's not quite gone in, but nice move, bad luck there.
Trailed a little bit off the end of the rim there. And that's our danger man. Not quite getting that one, but keep taking those shots, young man.
Yeah, doing well to have survived it. In the meantime, Reece Craigie with the three. If you can hear a lot of background noise here, there is the other semi-final between the Hills Hornets and the Central Coast Waves. The victor of this game will play the winner of that game too. So some very passionate fans and in the stands. Foul not called there, and it will be St George ball. Happened right in front of the Hornsby bench, and they're certainly asking, again, as we said in the first half, there's things that you may not want to happen right in front of the bench, and perhaps that where there's lots of questions being asked.
Back away there with a nice receiving a very good pass down there, down low for that nice good two in there. Yeah, it's definitely difficult for officials to sometimes see from the same perspective as someone sitting on a bench to what has occurred. So, but I think the officials are doing a great job in this particular game to keep everyone moving forward and still create good flow in the game.
And that's a nice finish there from Thomas James, but that was really touchy, really hard work there, and James there keeping really active on the boards and getting in there. But more to your point though, Luke, I think sometimes when the officials do a great job to keep an objective perspective rather than the two different teams that might just have green coloured glasses or red coloured glasses on. So, tough job that the officials have in these games in general, really. Spiders.
I think they
so
went
two Saints go down.
I think they went for a hug and they sort of missed each other.
That's right.
See the Saints have sort of just settled down some of their movement now and just sort of changing the game a little bit, changing the pace.
Yeah, and that's another three-pointer there from Craigie for the Saints, and he's really heating up in this second half, and that's pushed the Saints out to a 13-point lead with 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. So much like they did in the first quarter, and they're off to the races again, and another 2 points.
He's definitely the danger man when it comes to looking at the Saints. He's one of the players they don't want to catch fire. So
Absolutely, but much like they did in the first half, and the Spiders were able to weather the storm a little and shut them down. So big job to do here in the third quarter, as sometimes known as the championship quarter. But another huge shot there from the Saints with Smith on this occasion, and we're up to an 18-point lead here very quickly.
Yeah, he'll be very glad to get his name on that scoring sheet too.
100%.
Smith, and it was a great shot, great choice.
No, it is, and you know, in the first half, the Spiders were able to put a stop to the Saints' run, and hopefully they can do the same here. As you know, the Saints have really come out in the second half here, up and about, and lots of energy, and you know, I'm not sure what they spoke about at halftime, but they certainly come out here firing, and much like they did in the first half. So they'll be having their chats here and just seeing what they can do, and I think from the Spiders' point of view, they'll be wanting to make sure they can stop the Saints scoring run here.
Well, that's for sure. I'm sure they'll be looking at tightening up some of those screws on defense, just to put a bit more pressure on the Saints shooting, and try and work in some of those things that they did earlier, and get some of those better. They were very good at getting those transition looks on the other end. So.
Yeah, definitely. And when teams are scoring in threes, it makes it really difficult to, the lead does blow out a little bit, faster, and especially, but that's that momentum they'll want to stop, because when they catch and they're really on fire, it's really hard to stop that and to stop that momentum. But there's a long way to go in this game, and there's plenty more they can do, I'm sure, to get back in this game.
A little bit surprised not to see a press from the Saints actually in this.
Yeah, they're almost like,
one.
here, let's bring the ball. Here you go.
We'll give you a little bit of free time before you get to us.
And go. So they're back in their, looks like the Saints are in their zone again, which was really effective in the first half. And
Good defense at the top of the key there from the Saints, just not giving up on their position there.
No, that's right, and looked to be a good pass. Unfortunately, it was just straight into the hands of the Saints. Oh, huge block from behind there from the Spiders. Thomas James there, and perhaps that Saints player wasn't quite sure that he was there, but it was a bit of energy there for the Spiders.
Lucky. Just missing that three just off the opposite end of the rim from the shot.
Oh, nice Great finish there from Takchi. And I don't think the Spiders need to do anything drastic here. They just need to keep, the scoreboard ticking over. And certainly little two-point shots like that along the way. Woo! Have a contact.
Yeah, again, just keeping his feet down, staying in that spot. I mean, it's up to the other player to move, really, if you've selected a good defensive spot before someone comes down into the lane. So
totally.
Good choices on defense there.
Absolutely. Oh, hang on. You've got a situation here.
That could have been interesting.
So, here live on the court, we just had a spectator's little stress ball roll straight across the court and managed to evade all players. The Saints, 10 seconds left here. They need to get busy to Papandreou with the shot, and this is everything there. Spiders come running, and it will be deflected off the Saints' hands, and the Spiders will get the ball back here. We've got mass substitutions here, 3 out, 3 in for the Saints. And some good efforts. We've got some tired bodies walking towards the bench that absolutely need a bit of a break, and
a well-deserved break too. I think that's probably a a call from the Saints just to keep that high energy that they had before, keep it going, and keep it moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ku-ring-gai doing a good job here, trying to stay with their press and come back through on defense. And that's their reward. They get a turnover.
Yeah, the Saints. The Spiders are doing a really good job of just perhaps. I mean, with that substitution, with 3 players coming in, they perhaps need a few possessions just to find their feet a bit, and it's certainly taken the wind out of their sails and slowed them down a little bit. So, you know, one stop at a time, one score at a time, which is really good. And although the Spiders not able to convert on that occasion. Ten seconds left to go on the clock for the Saints to score, and an inside-outside play there. Certainly has changed the tempo of the game a little bit of those substitutions, and 3.5 minutes left to play here. Scores reading 45 points to 31.
Short on that shot from Goodham. Good look, nice and open, but possibly maybe could have taken a drive instead of
absolutely
shooting that one there.
Oh, nice block there from behind for the Spiders. And they're off to the races through Takchi, and the ball is stripped off out of his hands, and we go straight back down the other way. Certainly a fast-paced game, this one. He's up and down, and
and gets the foul. Well done. I think Freshwater there, I think was just reaching in.
Yeah, Garrett there, split the defenders and found a way to the basket, and makes the 2, and will go straight to the free throw line and to make it a 3-point play.
Correct. That was Scott Burrell with the foul on that one. Played very hard, Garrett. He hasn't quite seen as many things quite go his way as I'm sure he probably would have, but he's getting the rewards with that consistent, continued effort.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's it. There's some plays that aren't going to be in and around every possession, but just keep chipping away at it. And those 3 points are really valuable right now to his team. Bring it back to an 11-point deficit. Garrett again steps up when his team really needs him.
This is where those grinding points become a pivotal moment in games.
Absolutely. The lead's cut back just to 9 points, and make that sorry 12 again. But, the Spiders are really doing all the right things at the moment to kind of hang in there, and it's just what they need to do at this point in time. Oh, unlucky there. He'd shot the shot before he caught the ball, so he was ready, but perhaps
sure
just a
was.
little bit too ready there, Jared Hart.
Might have to teach him to squat a little bit lower to get that one, I think.
That's right. Oh, nice find, but a block from behind there from the Spiders, and okay, we've got an injury here to Takchi. Sorry, the gun spell, just not sure as well. Bodies everywhere on the line there, but looks like we'll have a Takchi will walk the length of the floor there. The shot attempt, it was a block, it was a steal, and then looks like. Do we have a timeout here, or we don't?
I think he's just using the wet floor as an advantage here. for that, trying to
Absolutely.
get a free one.
We don't, don't have any floor wipers out in the back courts out here, and so the official, Peter Baxter's cleaned the floors and touched it. The players were now filling.
Didn't even notice we're into bonus. That's why he's shooting. There we go.
There we go. 5-0 for the foul count in this quarter. It's a 10-point game here, still in favour of the St George Saints here with 1:43 to play in the third quarter.
Rebound there by back away.
Nice slash and cut there for the Saints there. Another 2 points. Saints have really found a really effective defense being the zone this time, and well, for the game really, and really challenging the Spiders to get a consistent score, that's for sure. Aaron's there. Shot blocked from behind perhaps, and the officials have found a jump ball contest there. Couldn't quite split whose ball it is, but we will play with possession arrow, and it's a St George ball from the baseline.
This is where I kind of wish we still had proper jump balls in the game.
I do miss a good jump ball. Like it's I really do. It's
best ones was when I was a tall kid. Not so tall now compared to these guys, but you know, up against the guard, I could jump higher than they could. It was great.
You're right. Sometimes I don't mind a possession arrow every now and again, because just like fair's fair, have a go. Yeah. I mean, it's a very fair way to determine who gets the ball, but you know, when you get down the line and you know you really want the ball, but actually no, it swings in roundabouts and it goes to the other team. It seems a little unfair, but they'll only get 6 seconds here as the shot clock was winding down, and they need to get busy quick, and they do, and it's Akaway that's found underneath and gets fouled, and will go to the free throw line for a bonus shot here.
Timeout on the floor. Yeah, players will rejoin their coaches for some wise words. 46
seconds left here, and we'll certainly just give another shout out. So Aussie Hoops, we can't wait to welcome all new and returning Aussie Hoopers to the court this term. Aussie Hoops is Basketball Australia's official introductory program, providing a fun and inclusive basketball experience for 5 to 10-year-olds that serves as an introduction to a lifetime of involvement in the game. Head to www.aussiehoops.basketball to find your local provider. Where all of these, you know, superstars might have started many, many years ago, who knows, but it's, you know, all learn to play programs are great, and, you know, serve a great purpose out in the community to, you know, to get people started, and, you know, where I'm sure they forged their first connection with the game, and, you know, we're here all these years later because we enjoy it, and, you know, it's so much more than the game too, which is the basketball community.
The benefits of making friends in a good environment as well, with some great instructors out there too that facilitate those programs, that invest a lot of time and effort into
the volunteers out there, and, you know, coaches that do put in a lot of time, and it's everyone that does put in all the long hours into basketball is a tireless job, but it's a very rewarding one too. So at the line here for the Saints. Akaway converts for that three-point play here as the Saints are in a full court press and convert it into a turnover, and will play for another shot here. Freshwater for three, finds the bottom of the net, and Jason Freshwater's really come up clutch from behind the three-point line this game. And just like that, the lead's back out to 56 points to 38 in favour of the Saints with 20 seconds left to play here.
He's definitely making a statement for the Saints on their offensive end. Oh, well done, Takji, with a nice little floater on the inside, making some space for himself and getting a shot up there. It's up. Three-quarter time. Got to say half-time. Definitely not half-time.
You get lost in what time it is, but no, it's a three-quarter time, and it's a 16-point lead to the St George Saints. It's, you know, we had 10 points at half-time, and it did blow out a little bit there in the third quarter, but you know, the Spiders were able to bring it back just a little bit. But you know, if the Spiders are to be victorious today, it's they've certainly got a long road ahead of them to stop, because the Saints have definitely caught fire, and some of their players are shooting the ball really well at the moment.
Yeah, I think a part of the key of this is keep making the Saints foul.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, sense of that's probably the one part of the game that's been quite difficult for them is their foul count has been very high compared to the Spiders. So if you keep them fouling, might change their mindset of how they have to play and get them onto their back foot a little bit, and maybe create some space for yourself to get some of your three-point shooters into the game a bit more. And we know Takji's had some great three baskets throughout the season, and it'll be great to see him and Garrett connect some more on some of those.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Garrett did some really good things in that third quarter there, and you know, he just hung around and you know, made some really valuable contributions throughout the game, and no more so that there was a few possessions back to back on both the offensive and the defensive end there that he did some really good things. So it's set up for an exciting fourth quarter here with 10 minutes left to play, and you know, a spot in tomorrow's grand final is what is on the line. So do or die, and the last 10 minutes of the season for one of these teams for sure.
I'm sure the motto for this quarter is anything can happen.
Anything can happen, absolutely.
Oh, unlucky on that one. He was very composed, holding the ball there and getting to a good position. Just not quite handling that one very well, but the Saints have still got it. Oh, it makes up for it. Well done. Good pass.
It does. It was an excellent pass. Touchy there. 2 points. Well, the Spiders haven't just quite made their way back in D-Trans, and they only had one player back, and if they're going to try and chip into this lead a little bit, they probably need to hustle a little bit more up the court to stop the ball flying from the St George Saints, as they do a really good job of pushing the ball ahead and trying to get some cheap transition baskets. So they fouled, and Akaway makes the first. I feel like that for St George, they've had a lot of contributions across the board. They've had, you know, the Spiders certainly have too, but you know, a variety of players across the game have all stood up at different times. So they've had it has been a really solid team effort for the Saints thus far.
They definitely know their role for sure, and that's not something that a player learns in just one season.
No,
that's been a combination of great learning and great training. So
yeah, most definitely.
Got a call down low. Foul on the Saints.
Yeah, number 7, that'll be Ben White there. I think it's not quite going to be a shooting foul, so the official, Pete Baxter, is pointing to out of bounds. That was a bit of a... Okay, it looks like that's going to be a offensive foul there. I was waiting to see what the official was going to call. I wasn't sure. But Hamish Robb there perhaps just tried to clear himself a bit of space and was charged with another offensive foul. That's his 4th foul. So they'll take a timeout with, Hornsby Spiders will take a timeout with 8 minutes 40 left to play, and it's still that 18-point lead. So I'm thinking that Jared Scoynes, the coach, is probably needing to put something in place to try and get his get some more points on the board and perhaps stopping the Saints from scoring.
Yeah, I'm sure the words will be very, very strongly encouraging over there. But what I've noticed is he's a very composed coach. He does quite well with keeping himself composed. And I can't say as being a coach previously myself, sometimes that is extremely difficult in these sorts of situations. So he's doing a good job of keeping his players poised.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I can only imagine, when there's a lot on the line in this game, it could at times be easy to get like a little bit frustrated, and it would be from a coach's point of view, because you can't take the court and actually get these things done or shoot the ball for the team or whatever. I can imagine that at times it's probably a bit challenging to convey that message in a composed way. So
definitely my family know that every time I had to coach, it was very much I had to have a packet of butter menthols to keep my voice. So,
oh, really?
Yes, I can relate to many of these coaches here today who might
lose their voice.
Yes.
Well, imagine being back-to-back games in a weekend.
Oh, that's right.
By the Sunday night, you've...
The joy of commentating, I don't have to speak loudly.
Absolutely. Nice shot there from Akaway. Now it's a 20-point lead for the Saints here, and Rob taking it hard to the basket, and will be assessed the foul, and so the foul is assessed too.
Did a good job of changing himself for that one. Compared to, sometimes it can be difficult coming from the previous call of the last one. And
yeah, absolutely.
Keeping himself going forward in the right way. So well done to him to get back down that end and do that.
Make that adjustment, for sure. As we just... The official Pete Baxter, he's had an additional responsibility at times today to dry up the floor, so...
I think he might get an award at the end of the day for the best court
best
dryer.
floor mopping. Yeah, absolutely. Change the job description of the referee to make sure that he's able to do that.
Shout out to those people looking to sponsor. If you have a company that can clean floors and dry them quickly, we want you. We want you. So come here.
Absolutely. Takchi for 3. Wow,
oh, there we go.
You've been calling for it all game, Luke.
Waiting for it. Waiting for it. My stat sheet says hurry up and give me one.
Your stat sheet is correct. A very timely 3-pointer there for the Spiders. It's a nice hard drive there from the Saints, and Sukbat there, but it's a foul to the Spiders. I think it might have been number 4 for the Spiders. No, I think it was Papandreas there. I don't know. Anyway, it was a foul to the Spiders nonetheless. And Sukbat to the line for 2 free throws.
Probably needs to roll onto his toes a little bit more on that shot, I think.
Yeah.
This is my coaching coming out now. I'm thinking, come on, buddy.
Or maybe inch forward a little bit to the line.
Yeah.
Not quite on the line.
When you're a player that doesn't jump, you don't need to be really far away from the line.
No, that's right. Travel call there. Spiders are in some extended pressure here.
Oh, lucky to get that pass through, I thought.
Yeah.
Well done.
And they break through the pressure with ease there, and another deflection there for the Saints and turnover for the Spiders. So maybe a little slip up from the corner. Touch there for... I was just watching that back here, a little bit of a physical contest between Behrens and Rob there, so I'll watch that anxiously.
Oh, we love seeing our centres go head-to-head, don't we?
Oh, I love it. It's so good.
I think that's something that's quite unique about Australian basketball is our ability to get our big men really working hard, and we've got some great examples of that throughout Australia.
Totally, totally. I'm all for a good competition, all within the spirit of the game. I absolutely am, and you know, it is good when it's, you know, there's a good genuine contest, which is really good to watch. But we've got a timeout here on the floor with 6.5 minutes left to play, and it is still the St George Saints with the lead of 66 points to 47. So we mentioned, I guess, the World Cup earlier on, so give a bit of a shout out to some of our legacy programs. So if you're looking for something fun to do with your children at your local basketball centre, Basketball New South Wales are hosting a number of free basketball programs for new and returning players in a safe and encouraging learning atmosphere as part of the New South Wales Legacy Program. Our I'm a Girl Come and Try sessions for girls aged 4.5 to 18 years, and the Basketball New South Wales and IBA sessions for ages 7 to 21 years of age. These programs are supported by our partnership with the New South Wales Government as part of the lead up to the 2022 FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. Head to www.bnsw.com.au/events. So it's all part of the lead up to the World Cup, which is just less than 30 days away, which is such an exciting time in basketball, and it's great to, you know, in the spirit of basketball in New South Wales, all be here in one venue for a weekend, and in just a few short weeks, the best of the world will be here for go head-to-head, which is really cool. Are you going to go check out any games, Lou?
Oh, definitely. I think I'll get in trouble if I don't.
Who are you looking forward to seeing?
Oh, listen,
all of it.
I love all of it, to be honest. It's I love to see, obviously, our Aussie girls play and our Australians play, but I think at the end of the day, basketball is basketball, and it's great to see sometimes some of those countries we don't expect seeing really showing up. So,
which I think is likely to be the case, you know. I guess coming out of lockdown too and pandemics, everyone, you know, was able to train differently for that. So it's an exciting time. But back to this one here, it's we're just under a 20-point lead with 5 minutes 50 to play, and this point in time, the Saints have certainly got their foot on the gas and drove in there, unlucky from the three-point line. A nice long pass there ahead for the Spiders, and overcooked just a little bit, and it went just over the baseline there. But a good heads-up play, and it's something that they do need to, you know, try and catch a few points back here.
just a little bit high on the finger roll.
That's right.
One of his fingers is stronger than the other ones.
Bubbled off the top of the backboard there.
Garrett bringing the ball up again, ordering his troops around. Been very good at communicating on the court with his players.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's a good trait of a point guard is to keep your players organised. Unlucky there for the Spiders, and the Saints will go marching. I was waiting for a threat when I dropped that line. It certainly seems a very fitting time as they're charging towards the hoop there, and a very commanding lead with just under 5 minutes left to play.
We had the Saints getting the crowd involved in that one, just hitting the ball out to the crowd on defence.
Yes, we've got two rolling stands here down the backcourts here at Hills Basketball Stadium, so it very much appears that the Saints in one and the Spiders fans in the other, which I love. It's great that we've got two local teams that are, you know, got friends and family travel to come and watch, which is great.
They get to be the peacemakers in between them.
Yes, very much so. Well, we'll hold out the rifts.
They're being very amicable with each other. Everyone's being very nice to each other here.
Absolutely.
Everyone's here for the celebration of the game, so it's been great to see today.
Oh, unlucky there from Dusty there. Perhaps a bit of fatigue starting to set in as well, and you know it's been a long season for these players. And Valicess just right in front of us here to Garrett. You know, fair play getting up and in and trying to get the stop out of the opponent. They need the ball to score to win here, but charged with the foul.
And fouls aren't bad in the sense of they show you that you're playing.
Yeah, absolutely,
You know,
yeah,
like
absolutely.
A good defensive player will never ever get off the court with 0 fouls.
No, I agree. Absolutely. You don't mind getting a cheeky foul here or there for the intent and trying, and it's a offensive foul called on Reese Craigie there for the official signalling a hook. So perhaps just moving someone on.
I think again he was just going for that side hug again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeremiah didn't want it.
That's right.
Good to see the Ku-ring-gai players are still playing hard. They've still got some time here to make something work. And
yeah, and they'll want to finish their season on a good note too. Like finals is a completely different game, and they've just met a really red hot St George Saints today, and have had to hit some big shots at big times. And it's certainly not been without a good effort here. And they've still got 4 minutes left to play, and they're going to take a time out here, but. That's just the way finals basketball goes sometimes. Unfortunately, two teams out of one game can't progress through. So at this point in time, it does look like it will be the Saints. But, the Spiders have got 4 minutes here to show everyone what they're made of, what they've started out. I mean, even just looking at the season records this year, the Hornsby Spiders did finish in 6th position with a win-loss record of 11-9, and the St George Saints came in at 2nd position with a win-loss of 16-4. So certainly the latter positions, but I mean I don't think even watching this game today that's been a difference of 4 positions on the ladder or where they might have finished. It's certainly been a really evenly matched contest, and it's certainly had its really competitive moments.
That's right. I think. Yeah, like you said, and really when you get to finals basketball, positions on a ladder doesn't really mean a lot, does it?
Absolutely not, no.
It's all about who brings the goods on the day and who can make it work.
For sure, and it's a whole new ball game, and St George Saints certainly can't have the energy from the outset. They've been very vocal, very loud, and that you can see from all the players on the bench really buy into it and really supportive. And the game on court one's getting quite loud between the Waves and the home team, the Hills Hornets. So they're lucky to have home court advantage.
It's much easier to fill the stand when you're at home.
Absolutely.
It's great to see a lot of people have travelled down though as well, regardless of where they're from, to be here today to support their players. Yeah, no, the previous game I did was between Coffs Harbour and Goulburn, so absolutely there was fans from both teams here, and I think it's really nice. I said friends and family travel to watch, and as Berens there cleans up the scraps and gets another 2 points there, and he's certainly had a really good game. Just can't find the bottom of the net on that one, on that occasion. Freshwater got to do something with it, puts up a 3. Just off the side up. Still got it back. Liam Sheeran with a rebound. And he can't quite. I was going to say, can he finish off the
the job. He got his own offensive rebound, but it wasn't to be the case, and it's more substitutions here for St George, and Daniel Behrens will make his way to the bench for a much-earned, very well-deserved rest. He certainly put on a good effort here today. Need to get some rest before the big grand final tomorrow.
Well, definitely to be a massive game tomorrow, that's for sure.
Absolutely. The Waratah Men grand final will be at 1:30 tomorrow here at Hills Basketball Stadium. So if St George is your team, come on out. Come on out anyway. Great game regardless.
That's right, and it's a good way to come and see the game in its, I'm going to say, raw form, really.
Yeah.
You have to worry about the very tall stands in Kudos Bank Arena. You've got some much closer things here,
Absolutely.
and you can see how it works.
Absolutely. You know, we've got some very talented players.
Possibly even your future NBL players here in this stadium today. So, and WNBL as well.
Absolutely. Nice shot there, fade away from Hayden Ellis. Oh, sorry, not Hayden Ellis. Hayden Ford, sorry. Absolutely, and it'd be remiss of us not to mention that Albury in the Women's NBL 1 were successful in their game today, so they will go through to the grand final at 1:30 tomorrow, so clashes with this time. However, you know, Lauren Jackson will be in the building and playing. Maybe you can just run between the two courts.
Yeah, that's right. Just stand in the middle like everyone else is, and
absolutely. You don't
switch in between them.
A few steps, you can just have a quick browse and go in between the two.
Yeah, even do what a lot of people, I've seen quite a few people here today watching one game and having
of course,
the other one on their live stream.
Absolutely.
So it's another way that you can watch multiple games all at once.
Basketball is the real winner. As Papandreou goes 2 from 2 from the three-point line, from the free throw line, sorry. But no, you're right. There's multiple ways that you can catch all the action here. And of course, thank you for tuning in this afternoon and listening to us chat. And no, of course, and watch the great game that we have had in a very well fought out contest between these two teams. And really is just a great time to be watching basketball.
The beauty for us is it keeps going this year.
It certainly does.
We don't get to finals and stop. There's still more to come.
And now you've got the World Cup, and then you know the NBL starts the day of the grand final. So, and then the WNBL shortly after. So, basketball really is a sport that never sleeps. And we're really lucky that it just keeps going.
And we have nationals for NBL 1 as well, which is something a bit new for us here in New South Wales, but something we're going to have a privilege of competing in.
It absolutely is. You can get your tickets. It's the national finals are on the 9th and 10th of September the 9th to the 11th of September in the State Basketball Centre in Melbourne. So, which is very exciting. It'll be good. I wonder whether the national finalist or the national champion will come from. It'd be great to be in New South Wales, but being biased, but we'll have to wait and see. Only a couple more weeks.
We'll keep hoping and praying. We'll keep hoping. I mean, we've got some great talent here in New South Wales, though.
Absolutely.
In our leagues, and it'd be great to see it showcased at a national level.
For sure. Subcut goes straight hard to right there, and he'll go from the three-point line unsuccessfully. And the Hornsby Spiders will just pass the ball through sets of hands, or not today. And a nice run away.
So he dunked that one.
Get up. Look, he can be forgiven that he's just played a game, a long game, but no. Showtime!
We'll let him off this time.
We will. We'll hopefully see it tomorrow. St George are doing a great job of just playing in the lanes here and making it really difficult for Hornsby to spread the ball around.
Could have focusing off the back of the rim that time, just bouncing back out.
Stepped out of bounds.
It's always the worst thing as a player. You think you're in the right spot, and then all of a sudden they go, "Oh, you stepped out." Like, you sure? Yes, you definitely stepped out. Okay.
Those pesky lines.
Finally, they were just half a centimetre wider.
That's right. As the clock winds down, 25 seconds left in the game clock, 14 on the shot. Seeing what these Hornsby Spiders can manufacture.
This will be the shot clock turned off as we've got 10 seconds left. That'll be the game. Saints will have it 77-52 to Ku-ring-gai Spiders. Well fought game from both sides.
Will the Saints march on? No, they will. And it's a big congratulations to the St George Saints that will progress further through to the grand final tomorrow, and it to be decided. Sorry, as the game is still taking place on between the Hills Hornets and the Central Coast Waves. So we thank you very much for tuning in and listening this afternoon and watching, and hope you do so tomorrow too. Luke, thank you very much for your company. My apologies for being late.
That's okay. That's okay.
we won't leave you hanging again.
That's all right. Thank you for coming and helping me out. It's a great privilege to be able to commentate these games as well. So
yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you very much.